Cancer, and welcome to How to Attract Abundance in the month of August. Hello. I know you're all bitter and jealous having to sit through all your Leo friends' birthdays, but here we are. We can still be abundant, right? Okay. So I don't have any stories for you guys. Like Leo, I had a whole story for them. Cancer, I don't know. Y'all guys are cool, I guess. So Cancer, I see that you might be like practicing positive affirmation, you might be using aromatherapy. And whenever I tell people, like in my sample readings or general readings, like aromatherapy, I'm always talking about the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is almost like a situation where, you can't really do anything to make it better other than making your surroundings smell good and telling yourself that you're in a good place. It's like being in the hull of a ship or just like in a boat, in the middle of the water. And it's like, yeah, one day you're going to get married and one day you're going to have children and you're going to have a business and you're going to grow plants and your life is going to flourish and be beautiful. But none of that is possible while you're stuck on this boat. So for right now, all you can do is tell yourself good things, surround yourself with as many good things as you possibly can. Like I said, aromatherapy. And aromatherapy doesn't have to be burning incense. It doesn't have to be burning candles. It's enjoying the smell of the rain. It's enjoying the smell of fresh cut grass. It's this, all those little things. And it kind of is similar to the Leo message where it's like, okay, if you can't taste sugar anymore, instead of adding more sugar to the tea or the coffee or whatever, add less. And then in a week or so, less will feel like more. But for you, it's more, I guess it's not the sense of taste, it's more like the sense of smell, where it's like if you can't smell things anymore, instead of using such strong fragrances like perfume and deodorants, perhaps you can like dial it back, and then so that you can, take the time to literally smell the roses and smell the rain and grass and other things that are outside. I don't know, outside things. So that's the Six of Swords, and then also the situation here is the Six of Wands. So like I said, your Leo friends might have had a really fabulous birthday party or seem very victorious right now. But then also you have to think about that, where it's like if somebody goes to somebody else's wedding and they're wearing white to compete with the bride, you really have to think about the like psychological issues that are going in that person's mind where they can't let somebody else have a moment, But then even for that bride, for them to have such an ostentatious wedding or ostentatious birthday, you have to also know that that comes from a place of like deep-rooted like pain, pain and disappointment. Especially if they're like older, like, oh, your 34th birthday, you're having some big blowout, and it's like, what, did you not have a fourth birthday? Did you not have birthdays growing up? And then also for a lot of Cancer, especially in America, that's their not their number one narrative, but a big part of their narrative where they're like, oh, I felt unpopular, especially in comparison to like Leos and Virgos and Scorpios who have these big birthday parties, or they have birthday parties while they're in school. Whereas with Cancer, everybody's on vacation or at the beach or, not going to anybody's house for cupcakes, cholera, and chicken pox, So there's that. And then, so the hidden influence, or what I always say, what is abstracting from your sense of abundance or what's taking your sense of abundance away, is the Queen of Swords, which the Queen of Swords is a wicked witch. Like a green witch from, Wicked. Who's mad that she's green. She doesn't want to be green. You know what I mean? And whereas like arguably Elphaba is the good witch and Glinda is the bad witch, but it's like their attitude. Like Elphaba is disappointed. So everything that she doesn't seem to be magical or to be powerful or strong because she's so disappointed. And Glinda may not be getting exactly what she wants, but she seems happy and content, and therefore has more influence over, like, the Munchkins or whatever is going on in Oz. So, that might be a thing. I could say that Glinda from Wicked is very, very Cancer coded. Um, and then what is going to help bolster, fortify your sense of abundance is the Four of Wands, which is like a sense of harmony. It's also like spending more time in your living room. So I think all of my cards are upright right now. So it could be spending more time in your living room. I know right now my living room has some benefits over my bedroom for whatever reason right now. But then also it could be a message to stay out of your living room, whereas like you might be falling asleep on the couch every night and it's like messing up your back. But whatever is going to help fortify, bolster, intensify, increase, strengthen your sense of abundance is represented by the Four of Wands. Like you might be planning a marriage or wanting to get married and you don't want to do it at the church and you don't want to do it at the courthouse. Like you might be able to just do it right in front of your television screen. In the fucking commercial breaks. So it doesn't have, like, no wedding has to look at any type of certain way. No birthday has to look at any certain type of way. Your home birth ceremony doesn't have to look any certain type of way. Gender reveal, whatever it is. And I see from the outcome of believing that, knowing that, and doing that, I see the Seven of Wands. So from Four of Wands to Seven of Wands, where, I don't know, you might be like sitting around smoking cigarettes in your living room and it's turning the ceiling yellow, so you need to like go outside or something for a little while. And then the Seven of Wands is you having the higher ground in an argument. So, you might be living with roommates and they might be like god awful and have all these problems. And they're like, well, you can't really say anything because all you do is sit in the living room and watch TV and smoke cigarettes all day. And it's like, okay, well, as soon as I stop doing that, I am going to start voicing out all my other complaints, or, you might have a weird landlord who you want to give the business to, but you're like, oh, well, I smoke weed in my living room, so, and I'm living in a place where that's illegal, so I don't really want to say anything. And it's like, okay, put the cigarettes, put the weed, whatever it is down for a week, 4 days, or whatever it is, 4 days, 7 days. Make your complaints, have them come and fix whatever needs to be fixed. Like, I remember when I was younger, like the first apartment I had like a mouse problem, but weed was like still super illegal in Virginia, and I was like, oh, I don't want them to come in here and it smells like weed and blah blah blah. What will the Orkin man think of me? And it was like such a point of nervousness for such a long time until it was like just unbearable. I was like, okay, we got to get some like type of extermination going on in here. And the Orkin man came, and he was like, not to stereotype people from Jamaica, but he was like Jamaican. He's like, oh, it smells good in here, blah, blah, blah. Like, he wasn't some like, neo-Nazi aristocrat that was going to try to sell us out, So it's just like there might be like that type of fear of anxiety going on in your home where you need like a plumber or an exterminator or something, but you're afraid of people knowing that you smoke cigarettes or whatever it is. And for Cancer, me talking about Wicked and Glinda and blah blah blah, like your image may be so that you wouldn't even want people to think that you smoke cigarettes and it's such a big deal for you. But nobody looks at you that way. Nobody thinks you're a saint. Just get what you need to get done and live your life. Okay, so I know this one has been super short, but all the other ones have been really long. And it is my instruction that with tarot scopes, you are supposed to read and watch all of them. Although I never read or watch anything about Cancer or Libra because I feel so distant from its energy, as it is not a super strong energy within my chart. But even doing this reading myself and listening to it, I could pull like resonances in my own life in the past. Maybe presently, not really, but like perhaps in the future, who knows? I know. And I will see you in your next reading. Bye.